Episode 9? Either 9 or 10. It's been since. Alright. Hello, everybody. My name's Ostentatious24, and welcome to, bit of a problematic video or something, I guess. I guess it's an update, technically. So yeah, I've had the last, 3 or 4 episodes, either since episode 10 or 9 of Fate Stay Night recorded. I can't remember how long it was. It was either, was it an hour and a half or was it 2 hours? I did it in one recording session, then obviously I split up into multiple videos. I meant to do a poll for this sooner, but I've had so many things on my plate and I've just kept forgetting and forgetting. And then last week I thought there was one more episode. I was like, okay, I got one more week to do stuff. And then now it's Friday and I'm looking at tomorrow's scheduled videos. I'm like, wait, there's no Fate Stay Night video tomorrow. There's no Fate Stay Night video tomorrow. Why is there no Fate Stay Night tomorrow? And then I realized, and then I went back and I looked at Rin's Wish and Saber is Born. Yeah, whoops. That was the last one. And the end of the prologue. So yeah. My bad. That's completely my bad. I'm terribly sorry about that. I completely forgot and got distracted. There's just so many elements. So yeah, there's gonna be no Fate Stay Night video this weekend. Next weekend, unless there's a tie and I have to delay it, it will resume. I will record up to an hour or an hour and a half, and then based upon the poll, either it will be split into parts or I'll upload as is. But the poll, the voting thing this time is going to be... Actually, I don't know whether I should have 2 votings or not. The first voting, I'll get that out of the way right now, is... The game is very long, and I addressed this, not right away, but fairly early on in the series. I think, was it episode 2, 3, something to that effect. Pretty early on in the series, and at some point we'd have to possibly make episodes longer because it is a very long game. Per Fate shenanigans. Fate's a very, very Odyssey, Iliad kind of franchise. One Piece, it's a big franchise. There's a lot of reading, a lot of writing, a lot of talking, all sorts of stuff, which presents problems. It's enjoyable, and I don't want to... I already joke about that too much with Fate Grand Order, and that's why that's been slightly on pause for a while, and why I've had issues with that series. It's not about that, though. That's probably resuming this summer at some point, but that's not what this video is. Sorry for getting distracted. But yeah, it does beg the question of how long do we want the episodes to be? Without spoiling myself, I looked things up, and it seems, on average, videos seems to be about 80-ish minutes for a entire playthrough. I think it said all 3 routes. I think. But at the same time, I mean, if I was reading through this casually on my own, I think I've addressed this before too, I'm a pretty fast reader. I'm not so much of a fast talker, especially when I trip on my own tongue frequently. So, and then I also wait for the characters to say their lines and then I repeat them because I think it's a better experience. And it also helps me gauge how the character sounds. If I know how the character, that's possibly another question too. Do you want me to mute the characters? That's an option as well. I can mute the characters, at least, I think we've met all the characters at this point, right? Maybe not. But I could mute all the characters if people want me to, and then it will be a slightly faster process. But yeah, if I keep the voices on, It definitely doubles the experience because I have to wait for them to read, and then I read, and then I have to wait for them to read, and then I read. So I could possibly on my own, honestly, again, I am a very, very fast reader. The average might be 80 hours for the average person. I'm not lying or kidding. I could probably knock that down to 60 minutes or less. I am a very, very fast reader. On my own, in my head. But, again, that's going to present problems for reading out loud, because I have to go at a much slower pace for all of you. And then again, I'm letting them talk, and then I talk, and then I'm letting them talk, and then I talk. So, yeah. My question is this. This is the big question. Do I make videos longer, about an hour to an hour and a half? Probably not 2 hours, unless I started streaming it. You know what? That can be an option too. I did this for Chrono Trigger. I'll probably do the same thing for Final Fantasy VII when we resume that, and I did it for Danganronpa as well. We'll have 4 options. Do I keep videos small in parts of 20 to 30 minutes, maybe less, depending on the amount of content that's provided? Do I make videos 30 minutes to an hour? Do I make videos an hour to an hour and a half? Or do we stream parts of the series and make it 1 hour to 2 hours or more? An extreme video, extreme live stream. So those will be the 4 options of how do you want me to tackle the rest of this franchise. Because I don't want to rush it. I want to give it the respect it's due. But at the same time, I don't want to go too slowly. I want to have it going at a balanced pace of, is it long enough, we're getting through it at a good pace, but I don't want it to be too long for all of you that are enjoying the series if you don't like longer series and videos. Or, so do I make it shorter, but at the same time, then it could last years. I mean, look at the House in Fata Morgana, that's up to 70 episodes. Some of them have been hour-long episodes, and it's been 2 years that one's been on back burner. Not complaining, I just wasn't expecting that. It was a surprise to me. But now that I know that what to expect with this game and this series, how do we want to handle this? Do we want shorter videos to make it enjoyable, but at the same time it could last who knows how long? Or do I make the videos longer and then we make it at a more moderate pace? Would you be willing to enjoy and watch it if it's an hour long or more? It's a pretty big, important question. So I'll record the next episode or episodes, again, based on your votes. This will go slightly over a week. No, actually, exactly a week. Next Friday, I'll look. I know it's shorter than my usual polls, but next week, I'll look at the results of this poll, and then I'll be like, okay, that's what we're going with. Unless, again, there's a tie, in which I'll make another video and be like, okay, we got a tie. Sorry, another pause. But, yeah, so yeah. I will record the next episode for an hour or an hour and a half. Part of that problem, too, is it really exhausts my throat. It really hurts. It scratches it up if I go too much over an hour. But I also enjoy doing it. My voices tend to get a little bad that much further in, but I do enjoy the process still. I do enjoy it. And plus it exercises my vocal cords, I'd like to think. Hopefully it's not ruining them. Hopefully it's exercising them. So that's an aspect as well, I suppose, but it's fine. Honestly, I'm fine with it. Even if I end up mute from it, I'll do it. I'll go all the way for all of you. I mean, at the same time, I'm probably going to end up doing that anyways, because, again, even if I'm splitting it into smaller episodes, I'm still doing the recording session for about that length of time. So, yeah. No Fate Stay Night episode this weekend. Next, I'm busy this weekend too, which is another reason why I can't get an episode up right away. So, Monday or Tuesday, I'll probably record the next episode or series of episodes, whichever. And then by Friday, I'll look at the poll. I'll be like, okay, this is what I'm doing. And then Saturday will be either a small episode based on your votes, or it'll be a long episode. I know it's, again, short for what my usual poll lengths are. I try to keep them to about 2 weeks. Again, that's partially my fault. I'm terribly sorry about that. I got in the middle of too many things and I forgot and got all kerfuffled and stuff. I'm sorry about that again. But hopefully you're okay with this, and hopefully we can figure something out. Another poll I was thinking of doing, let me know this in the comments too if you'd be interested in this second poll. Would you like me to do a poll that asks you which route I should take? There's 3 routes. Do I stay true to one of the 3 routes, or do we just go at it randomly like I tend to do in other visual novels? I did that in Clannad, I did that in Shuffle, I did that in... Is there another one I've done that has choices? House and Fata Morgana, kinda, sorta. There hasn't been too many choices compared to other visual novels, but I have made decisions that ended up poorly! Higurashi doesn't have any. Danganronpa hasn't had any. I feel like there's another one, but I can't remember it. But anyways, yeah. The very least, Clannad, Shuffle. I kind of aimed for my favorite characters, but at the same time, I still kind of kept it random and true to what my actual thoughts and opinions are on certain decisions and topics. Like, I'm not gonna make this girl cry, I'm gonna help her out, or something like that, right? So, would you like me to stick to that, or should I stick to one of the 3 routes and we tackle it one at a time? Let me know if you'd be interested in that kind of poll. If I do take it with that other option of going at my own pace and just we go... Again, I haven't played this before, so I don't know how many decisions there are and how impactful they are to the entire game. So, I mean, even if I do decide to take my own choices and we just follow whichever route we end up on based upon that, I'd still tackle the other 2 routes after the fact. Don't worry about that. It's just, which would you like to see more? Or is there one route specifically you'd like to see me react to more than another, is kind of where I'm coming from that. So, but the other one I'm keeping... I'm not gonna make a poll on that right now because the other one's a little more important, and if I wait for 2 polls, then there's more chance of it getting delayed even more. So that's why I'm asking if people would be interested in that poll in general, and then I can make that poll after this video uploads, and then I'll still record the next episode, but then if people would be interested in that, then I can, yeah, all sorts of stuff. Anyway, the first one's more important. So, that said, again, sorry for the problems that I caused. I hope you're enjoying the series so far, and I hope you're looking forward to more. I was tempted to buy Ataraxia recently too, because it was on it's been on sales frequently. I'm like, but I shouldn't, because Stay Night so long. I imagine that one's gonna be just as long, and we should probably tackle that one after, even though I have even less knowledge about that one. I have no idea what that one's about. So yeah, that's another reason why I want to try to get it at a moderate pace, is the other games in the franchise we'd like to tackle. So keep all these things in mind. Throw your votes out there. Let me know what you'd like to see for me to do and all of that stuff and such as. So, with that said, thank you so much for hearing me out, for listening, for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day and or evening. And until next time, whatever it is I may do, I hope to see you then. Farewell!